Dr. Alice Howard, a Columbia University linguistics professor who suffered in film from early onset Alzheimer's disease. The film, which is based on the book of the same name, depicts the struggles of Alice as she comes to terms with the degenerative nature of the disease and works to renegotiate her life, her career, and her relationships. During her acceptance speech at the Academies, Julianne Moore said that she was particularly attracted to the role because so little is known about Alzheimer's, let alone early onset Alzheimer's, and she wanted to help challenge how we see people with the disease. We start to see in this film how this disease silently erodes one's livelihood and can complicate relationships. If you're starting to wonder at this point what Alzheimer's disease has to do with Scripture, let alone our theme of happiness today, I will explain. Thanks, Father Phil, for being so cheerful as we start off this topic. The question of what makes a person happy, I think, is not new. We know that. There are scores of reflections and hypotheses as to what makes a person happy. Philosophically, we can think of Aristotle's eudaimonia. From the social scientific perspective, we have studies that were conducted at the University of Chicago since 1972. But today, here's one way to consider the question of happiness, which adds to the discussion. From Doctors Kubler-Ross and Kessler, our companions these 9 days, they suggest that happiness is already there. Happiness is already our natural state. So, if we feel extended pangs of unhappiness that is not due to any clinical reason, it's because we have forgotten how to be happy. We have forgotten who we are. That which erodes our happiness, then, I would argue, is a type of Alzheimer's. From a theological perspective, Father Robert Barron suggests that if you were to boil down the essence of Christianity into one kernel of truth, it will be this: God does not need us. Why? Because God is God. If God needed us, then that would be manipulative. But we're still here, you and I. So then, God has loved us into existence because we have been created from love and created for love. We can simply relax, just in the way Father Ray had reminded us yesterday about surrender. We have reason to relax.